You're poking. Ow! That actually really hurt. Oh, okay. This is why I don't have all my guitars in a video together. What is up, guitar goddesses? Welcome back to a new video. So today we are doing a Q&A, and I am so excited because Q&As are always just so much fun and just really chill. I got a lot of amazing responses the last Q&A that I did, but I never followed up with another one. So this year, setting a new goal. Why don't we just make the very last video of every single month a Q&A, and it allows you guys to get to know me, the face behind the Guitar Goddess channel, a little bit better, because you guys seem to have quite a few questions for me. So I'm gonna try to answer as many of them as I can. We're gonna go ahead and start with the Twitter questions. All right, Anne, your first up to bat. She wants to know, why did you choose Guitar Goddess as your channel name? I'm really curious. So I chose Guitar Goddess as my channel name, not because I think I'm the best guitar player ever or the best female guitar player ever, because it's funny because some people actually think that's what I think of myself. I actually chose the name Guitar Goddess because it's something that I feel resonates with me and how I feel about playing guitar. So it really has to do with my love and passion for playing the instrument, and I feel like it's something that other female guitarists can relate to as well, and I don't feel like it has anything to do with your skill or your level of playing experience or how long you've been playing or what style of music that you play. Any female that is playing guitar and is passionate about playing the instrument is a guitar goddess in my eyes. T-Bone Wolf wants to know, thoughts on the song Two Princes by the Spin Doctors. I love this song. I'm a 90s kid, and the song came out in the 90s and just had a ton of airplay and still actually gets quite a bit of good airplay today. But I loved it when I was a little girl, and when I hear it today, it's just very nostalgic to me. But now that I'm older and I can comprehend the meaning behind the lyrics, I think it's actually a really cool song. I also remember as a kid, this song was on the list of like the 50 most awesomely bad songs or something like that of the 90s, and I think VH1 had it on as a special, and I'm like, what? I love this song. Thomas Clovers wants to know, when will you cover or do an original song with Shawn Daniel? And I also saw that Shawn Daniel liked the tweet. I don't know. I guess maybe next time Shawn comes up here or I go visit Shawn. I would definitely love to either write a song with him or just cover something, but I also thought about the possibility of covering one of Shawn's original songs because he has a lot of really great original songs. Do you play electric/lead guitar? That's actually something I'm working on this year. I'm getting back into playing electric guitar, and I definitely want to learn how to play lead because I play a lot of rhythm, and I've played a lot of rhythm on acoustic. I still want to play a lot of rhythm-based lines on electric guitar, but I also want to get into leads and soloing, and that's just something I wanted to do for a long time. All right, on to Facebook. Alexander wants to know, what is your most favorite song from Ed Sheeran's album Divide? Honestly, I think I'm just gonna have a really basic answer with this one and just say Shape of You. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that because it's not a deep album track. It's, you know, like the big pop hit of the album. But honestly, I really love Shape of You, and I've heard the entire album. I've listened to it multiple times. I mean, I love all the other tracks on the album, but I love Shape of You, and I have no shame. Also, if you want to learn how to play Shape of You, I have a tutorial, so you can definitely go check that out if you're interested. Is using a capo a good thing? I've heard that real guitarists don't use a capo. I'm glad you asked. Using a capo does not make you any less of a guitarist. Mackenzie wants to know, did you have a hard time learning how to play bar chords? I would say mostly no. I would say like 80% no and like 20% yes. I remember when my guitar teacher introduced me to my very first bar chord. It was an F major, I believe, and he warned me. He was like, this is gonna be a lot harder of a chord. It's not like these easy open chords over here. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And it sucked when I first played it. It was terrible. I mean, he said I did actually really well for just learning bar chords, but they weren't perfect. I just struggled with form for a little bit, and it was just trying to hit those bottom 3 strings, and it was just like, I've actually been seeing quite a few questions about me possibly going on a tour, and Daniela wants to know, if you start the GG World Tour, where would you want to start it? That's a good question. I think I would start it somewhere here in America just because I've never, ever, ever had a meetup. And I currently I'm in the USA. I mean, I definitely want to travel the world, like no doubt. I know you guys are all over the world, so like don't be offended that I want to start off in the USA. I've like never had a meetup before though. So I feel like I'd want to start it in a warm state for some reason. I'm feeling like I'd want to start it in either California or Florida. And I know a lot of you in the US are actually in those states. I know there's quite a few of you in California. So that might be a place where I started, but I definitely would love to just visit so many other countries. It would be amazing. What was your greatest concert experience? Seeing Miranda Lambert. I was front row. She reached out and grabbed my hand while she was singing, and then her guitarist and her bassist each gave me one of their picks, and they had the tour logo on it and it was signed. And then at the end of the show, the drummer actually looked at me and tossed me one of his drumsticks, which I caught it. And then the chick next to me is trying to steal it out of my hand. And no kidding you guys, there is bloodshed. There is bloodshed. So if you guys want to hear the story, let me know. I'll make a separate video of it, like a little sit down story time kind of chat, and I will spill the tea. So just let me know. Instagram, you guys had so many questions on Instagram. I was just like, oh my goodness, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna answer all these questions? So we're just gonna start somewhere. Anthony wants to know, do you enjoy any classic rock bands like the Rolling Stones or AC/DC? Yes, I do. My first concert was the Stones. And I actually got to see, I didn't get to see the real AC/DC, but I got to see a really great tribute band called Big Gun, and they're amazing. And honestly, they sounded pretty much just like AC/DC, and were even like just dressed the part and everything. It was perfect. Omar wants to know, what other instruments would you like to learn to play in the future? I would love to learn how to play piano. Interestingly enough, my dad wanted to sign both my brother and I up for piano lessons when we were a lot younger, and I really wasn't interested. And I'm so glad he didn't push us into it, because I don't think I would have ever practiced. And when he took us to see School of Rock and Theaters, that's when I was like, I want to play guitar, Dad. I want to play guitar. And my brother got into the drums, and I'm so glad that he was so supportive and just let us choose our instruments, even though, you know, maybe one of us stuck with it and one of us didn't. CC Morgan wants to know, what is something that you still struggle with when playing guitar? Did you see my last video? A little loud, let's turn down the gain. Grace wants to know, do you write your own songs? I do actually. A lot of you have actually been asking me that, and I'm thinking about starting to post some originals this year on my channel. Do you like milk? Just wondering, because I do. I hate milk. I respect that you like milk, but for me, the taste, the smell, the icky feeling it leaves behind in your throat, I don't like that. So I prefer non-dairy versions. I try to avoid dairy in general. So I really like almond milk and I like coconut milk. Who is your favorite YouTuber? Oh my gosh, right now my favorite YouTuber is Lucas the Spider. Has anyone else seen Lucas the Spider? Because I am obsessed with Lucas the Spider right now. I am subscribed. I have my notifications turned on. I follow their community tab on YouTube, and I'm obsessed. And I need a Lucas the Spider plushie. The animator of the show actually said that he is working on making Lucas the Spider plushies, and when he releases them, take my money. Would you rather have your guitar or your phone? I can leave that behind any day. This right here, hours, days, weeks, months of entertainment. This eventually, if I was stranded on an island, this would lose battery and I would be left with nothing, and this probably wouldn't even be useful on an island. But just think of how you could entertain yourself with a guitar on an island, and it could probably double as a weapon or some sort of tool. I know the question didn't say if I was on an island, but assuming if I was on an island, this would be completely useless to me. There would be no service or anything. Right here, guitar. Oh, and I just saw that question is from Rhodey. Hi, Rhodey. She's always commenting on stuff, so sweet. What is your first concert that you went to? I just said this earlier, but the Rolling Stones. Will you do electric guitar tutorials? Thank you for teaching me guitar, much love. You're very welcome. I'm so glad my tutorials have been helpful to you. I will definitely be doing electric guitar tutorials in the future once I adjust and I feel like I know what I'm doing. It's just taking me some time to adjust, just because the strings are a lot closer together, and it's just the settings on the amp and everything, it's just so different. But once I get going and I improve my skills a little bit better on there, just because you have to really think a little bit differently on an electric guitar. Once I get going on that, I'll definitely start making electric guitar tutorials. K-Dub Swaggles wants to know, are you excited for the Super Bowl? Yeah, kind of. You know, I mean, I look forward to the Super Bowl every year that it comes around, but I'm not like, yeah, I'm excited about the Super Bowl. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be one of those people this year that's only excited about halftime and the commercials. Yeah, and the food. Oh my gosh, the food, obviously the food. But my team isn't playing this year. I'm a Bears fan. I live kind of in the Chicago area and I grew up a Bears fan, so don't hate me. Will there be a Guitar Goddess tour? There's so many Guitar Goddess tour questions. I hope there will be someday. That's something I would love to do, and I've talked about it so many times, how I would love to be able to just go and travel to different cities and different countries and come meet you guys, and maybe I'll play you guys some songs, but then maybe we'll all just kind of like get together in like a big circle with all our guitars and we can just do like one big guitar circle. But 100%, I would love to do a Guitar Goddess tour. I just don't know exactly when that's gonna be just yet. Adriana wants to know, have you ever been bullied? Because I am, and I want to know if a beautiful girl can be too. First off, that's just so sweet, and I feel kind of sad that that question has to be asked, because anybody can be bullied. And don't feel like you're not beautiful just because you're being bullied. Being bullied doesn't mean that you're ugly. I was bullied when I was in elementary and middle school, and I had this day where it was really rough. I was basically being attacked by all the kids on the school bus, and this one kid stole my keychains off my backpack. This other kid took one of those like little Lego characters and he bit the head off and he spit it in my face, and kids were calling me names. And I think I was just a really easy target when I was a little kid, because I never, said anything back or anything. And I really just I was really shy when I was a little kid, so I'd just sit on the bus with my headphones on and listen to Britney Spears, and I get made fun of for listening to Britney Spears while everybody else was listening to Blink-182 and Eminem, which I love those artists too, but like at the time I was listening to Britney Spears, okay? I got bullied for what I wore, the music I listened to, things that I was interested in, all kinds of stuff. I just got attacked for being me. And so what I did was I spoke up. I told my mom, we told the bus driver, we got it all figured out and squared away. The bullying didn't necessarily completely go away, but it definitely subsided a little bit. Being a kid is kind of tough sometimes because kids are mean and they say really harsh things. And what I learned was that most of those kids was a big reflection of their parents. Like, literally the apple does not fall far from the tree. And even though it sucks right now and you're getting bullied and you're getting picked on, let me promise you that it does get better. And I know like there's this like cliche saying like it gets better. It does. It gets better. You grow up and it doesn't matter anymore. Those things that you think mattered when you were younger, no matter if it was bullying or if it was something else, like just, your social circle or what you wore, none of that matters when you grow up. None of it matters, I promise you. And it gets so much better. Kenny wants to know, how important is it that your socks match your guitar? It's very important. Will you ever get a dog? Yes, one day I would definitely love to get a dog. I've had a dog when I was a little kid, but then we just like got into this like huge cat phase, but definitely will get a dog someday. I don't know what breed, but I would love to hopefully adopt from a shelter, because I'm all about adopt, no shop. If you had the chance to learn guitar from anyone, who would it be and why? So I would learn guitar from Dave Grohl, and I actually had a dream about this recently, and I mentioned this on Twitter, that I had a dream that Dave Grohl and I were at Guitar Center in the acoustic room and he was showing me how to play Foo Fighters songs. So that to me would be a dream come true, but I don't think it would be at Guitar Center in the acoustic room. I mean, I love the acoustic room, but I feel like it would be really cool to meet him somewhere, maybe like, I don't know, if he has like a studio in his home or something like that, or if he like came to my house, or if like it was on his like tour bus, or like backstage at a show. Tashank wants to know, who is your celebrity crush? My celebrity crush, hands down, John Krasinski from The Office. He plays Jim, and I don't think I even have to explain myself. How many guitars do you have? Just give me 1 second. I'm surrounded by guitars. I've never done this before. Oh my gosh, I'm literally balancing my electric guitar on my neck right now. Can we keep it right here? Okay. You come on, don't just be laying back here getting a shot. We're a family. Does this answer your question? I've got four babies. 4 guitar babies. You're poking. Ow! Oh, ow! Oh, that hurts. That actually really hurt. Like, the tuning knob just hit me square. Oh, okay, this is super dangerous. I should not do this. This is why I don't have all my guitars in a video together. They kind of all just start kind of getting mad at each other and kind of fighting because they're all kind of jealous. They all want the spotlight. All right, and our last set of questions comes from the YouTube community. So we have, let's pick. Samantha wants to know, would you consider doing a video of a song you wrote? P.S. You're amazing. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. I kind of actually already answered this earlier, but yes, I would love to do a video on a song that I wrote. Are you planning to go on Reputation tour? As much as I would love to go see Taylor live, because I never have, I just don't really see myself going to any of her concerts in the near future. One of the biggest reasons is because I feel like it's probably really hard to get good seats. And the other reason is because usually when I watch any kind of footage that comes from a Taylor Swift concert, you can barely hear her because like everyone in the entire arena is singing, which is awesome. But I feel like, oh my gosh, my ears and like, would I even hear her? So let me know if any of you have actually been to a Taylor Swift concert and what your experience is like, because she's amazing. I love her. K-Star wants to know how to always stay excited about playing guitar. I feel like if you really want to play the instrument, you'll always be excited no matter what, even through the challenges and struggles that you have. I feel like as long as you're having fun, how can you not be excited about it? If you find yourself having a hard time staying excited about playing the guitar, it's because either you hit a plateau with your playing and you're just kind of bored, or it's because you're going through a struggle and you're not being patient and you're not pushing yourself. If you find yourself hitting a plateau, try learning a new song, try learning a new skill. If you find it's because of a struggle, say, let's just say bar chords, for example, because that seems to be what most people tend to complain about are the bar chords. And I literally see this on almost every tutorial where I have a bar chord, where somebody will just see that there's a bar chord in the song and then they leave. And they're like, oh, I'm not gonna play this song, I'm just gonna give up. And it's like, really? You're not gonna play the song that you love, that you're excited to play just because it has a bar chord in it? You're gonna let that stop you from playing guitar? Really? I just don't understand that logic. For me, when I had my first song that I was introduced to bar chords, I was still excited. I was still so excited. I was excited to like try this like new challenge, and even though I sucked at first, I was still practicing at home and pushing myself because I wanted to play the song. I wanted to get good at it. And I just don't understand why people are so hard on themselves and just not patient. And you have to be patient. Matt Aldridge wants to know, what is your favorite genre of music to play and what pushed you to start electric guitar recently? P.S. Huge fan. Thank you so much. My favorite genre of music to play. This is really hard because I love so many genres of music, but I really love taking overly produced pop songs and just stripping them down to just acoustic. I think that's really fun to do. But I also really love rock music, which is why I want to also make the switch over. I don't want to say make the switch over, that sounds like I'm leaving acoustic guitar behind, but open up the doors to playing electric guitar as well, because I have a huge love for rock music. And I don't just want to play rock music on the guitar, there's many other different things I would like to do as well. I don't exactly know where to pinpoint the moment when I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna start playing electric guitar. I don't know, I think it just kind of hit me one day, just kind of over time it was building up. I was just kind of like itching myself. I was just like, I need to get back into it. And yeah, so I think it's just because, you know what, actually I take that back. I think I know what it is. I have a Spotify playlist for the summer and usually most of the music is rock. And I think that's what started to build it up for me, is just I hear all these amazing electric guitar riffs and solos. And I think over time that's kind of what pushed me, and yeah, that's pretty much what happened. All right, that is going to be it for January's Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed this. My battery's actually going to run out of juice very soon, and this card is almost full, so I think we've come to a good place to stop. If I didn't answer your question, I'm really sorry. There were literally like hundreds of questions, but thank you guys so much for sending your questions in. I truly appreciate them, and we are going to do this again next month at the end of February, so be on the lookout for the next Q&A and for the next post that will let you know where to submit your question. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you live in the world, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!